Go on, Josh.
Recording in progress.
What am I doing? Oh,
we're on.
Thank you. And yo-yo, Tyler. Thank you. Welcome back to Across the Pond. We love that everybody continues to return every couple of weeks. It's a very humbling experience. Wow. So we've got a new Bambi. Let's hope.
She's over on your left side now.
Hey, what's up? Sorry, I had to make it about him.
What are we doing?
You're doing the intro.
Go fuck yourself.
Well, I'll jump on it then.
You know what?
Welcome back to another episode of Across the Pond, bastard. As his episode says, this is called the Texas Takeover and our hobbies. Pretty much gives you everything you need to know about this show today. As you can see, we have two Texans versus a masshole. I don't know what that means. And me.
A British asshole.
Yeah, pretty much. As you can tell, as I stated, it is going to be one hell of a shit show.
It always is.
Those are the best kind.
Exactly.
It always is.
So, as we've started, I'm swinging on my new chair, so I'm happy. I don't have a numb bum, which is also quite good.
Numb bum, I like that. Should be a hashtag, you guys.
Hashtag numb bum.
Oh, we're going to stop putting that in the description.
Oh, yeah.
So, as we're at the start, shall we go for vape buffet? So, Angela,
Sure.
Do you want to go first? Angela goes first?
Sure.
Angela goes first.
Okay. I went to my local vape store last night, and usually, you guys, I strike out. Like, I'll get some liquid, and I'm like, okay, maybe I like one. Or, okay, this is awful. They just, I don't know. I'm like, I wanted something different, and I wanted something that I can pair with coffee. I don't vape bakeries. I don't vape dessert. Like, that is not in my wheelhouse. I am like fruits, beverages, super sweet. I vape diabetes. Like, that is what I want in my mouth. And I found this liquid called Drunk Dragon. Okay, hear me out, because this is going to be a polarizing thing. It's coconut, graham cracker, and Jamaican rum. I would even say there's like a little dollop of some whipped cream. So I get like a coconut cream pie. So if you love coconut, dude, with the Josh is like, no. It's so good with coffee. It's amazing.
Okay.
I think I'm team solo here. You guys are all like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm desserts from a coffee.
I'm the queen of the unpopular. Like, look, I got the Dole Dime,
for me,
like black licorice, because that's my favorite.
Tobaccos with coffee.
I can't vape a tobacco. Never could.
So you got to pick them, though, haven't you? You got to pick.
And then, okay, back to, for me, late teens. You guys remember Purple Source Rex Kool-Aid? That was grape lemonade. Yeah, dude, right here, Dragon Twist. I put that on the Paranormal, and I'm hanging out with that. And then I also picked up Gummy Dragon because I like just regular sour gummy candy, but I haven't put this on anything yet. So I'm just hanging out with these two right now.
I'm gonna have to send you some money, and you're gonna have to not send me that liquid.
have to not send you that liquid. Well, I know how much you love coconut, so I'm sure it won't happen.
No, the other two.
No.
You,
Consider it not done.
yeah, you can't send any liquid through the postal service.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me either. All right, so rolling right along. Right now, I've
Good
got
vape.
the sup box
What is that?
that was sent to me by Clown Vapes. This is actually something brand new. It just rocked up today. It's a little fiddly, but what isn't these days when it comes to vape gear?
Speaking of
A nice
fiddly,
little DNA 60 side by side and Boro. It's nice. I got the truss running in there. So the panel knows. Some of the general community might know that I ended up getting a little bit of a raw deal with the juice maker. But a bunch of people from the OG community reached out and wanted to make me whole. There was one person who's going to remain nameless who made me financially whole. And as soon as I get to where he lives, I'm going to give him a hug, because if I punch him in the face, he'll just kill me. So Dan Baker over at Juice My Way sent me up a couple of bottles of his liquid. This is the Apple's Blood. It's a cranberry apple lemonade.
Yes.
Nice.
It is so delicious in here. He also sent me a creamy, like, mango smoothie-ish.
Yeah.
Easily top 5 mangoes.
Really?
Easily.
That's strong words. That's strong words, Jedi.
It is. It is. And I know. And I may catch shit from this, but it edged out Homeboy's mango.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it edged out Homeboy's mango. For me,
That's
at least.
some strong words.
For me, at least.
That's strong words.
Because I used to be a dessert and creamy custardy vapor. Now I'm more of a fruity. But this is that perfect combination of a ripe, sweet mango and that very velvety cream.
You've convinced me. Is it tart yogurty or?
No.
No.
It's more of like an ice cream smoothie.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Like if you added like just a little dollop of vanilla ice cream in it and blended that shit up. And they're both amazing right out of the gate. No need to steep or anything. Dan will actually let you know which ones of his flavors will need some steep time. But with him being so close to where I live, it took like a day and a half to get here. And I immediately knuckle tested it and had to set something up, and it went right in. The mango's in my Blotto on top of the Dreamer somewhere in the abyss at the moment. So that is as far as vapes go. Tonight, I am going to have the last sour snow cone sour beer, grape snow cone. It's amazing. And in honor of our Southern ladies, mason jar.
That's okay. You're doing better than I did. Josh, I literally just took a drink of the Celsius and just dumped it all over myself. So this is telling me how tonight's going to go.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Look at that color. Nice.
Ring through the head like a man.
Yep.
You know what? This is going to be a good one.
With the mango?
Good.
That's the Apple's Blood.
Ah.
Ooh. It makes the beer a little more sour, but brings out all of the sweetness in the juice. The beer brings all the sweetness out in the juice. Oh. Yeah. I think I'm set for the night.
Oh, go on and Hope. What are you puffing on tonight?
be good hope. Okay. Um, First and foremost, being very straightforward. A lot of people confronted me about the Sacred Tank because people were real curious on what I thought about it, being that it's from Horizon Tech. Not a fan. I suggest you buy any Horizon Tech Falcon King. That's all that's left. Everything's discontinued. So when Anthony Morello came to visit me, that's my tanks, yo.
Oh my god.
All Horizon Techs, right? However, your question, I'm vaping on because I did get the new Aegis 2. Not a fan. The door is hard to close. It's real. It feels real plastic. It doesn't feel strong. So this is gonna go to someone, and I'll be sending this to Lethal, actually. So I am using my Aegis X with my Horizon Tech Falcon King, vaping on some cornflake sugar cookie bake, and but Angela's not expecting this, but I have a surprise for her. And the reason why I'm sending it to Josh is because he's got a fat wrist, so that is not going to work. And he knows what I'm talking about. He's got big wrists. Don't send him bracelets. He needs special made. But I thought Angela should get this. So Angela, when I was an instructor for Reebok, we every year they gave us training jackets, training shirts, and I still have all of it. I'm gonna keep it for Caitlin. And but I found the bracelet that I first taught my first class with 11 years ago. And it says change the world and to be brave.
Awesome.
So if you ever are not brave when you're driving, take a look at this. This was made for me to go on my Reebok bag. I'm sending this to you.
I
with your
love
little...
that, Hope. Thank you so
So
much.
this is coming to life for you because Adam, please don't think I'm just not including you in this because you also pushed me, but these two really pushed me to come back into IG because I was gone.
Yeah, Adam has the tendency of pushing people over the edge.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm really known for that.
I was already like, fuck this shit. But Angela and Josh really were there to push me to come back. And so I thank you guys, all you guys, for that. You guys know exactly what's happening. It's still happening, but it is what it is. I screenshot it, I block it, and I report it. That's all I can. So, but at this point, I wanted to send you this, and then I got that mod for you, Miss Angela, and Josh. I'm going to send you my black resin tank from 6 years ago, and you'll be able to put any coil of Falcon in there from Falcon 2, not the Falcon 2, anything down from there. Falcon King and down.
Oh, excellent.
This is why it's more beneficial because the Sacred Tank sector coil, Falcon 2 sector coil, right? This is from me to you. This is one that I cherish with my delight. And I want you to have it.
Thank you.
And Adam, you're gonna get spoiled in a whole different arena of things. With the baby, then I'm gonna get you your cap and stuff. But I found something for you that means a lot to me. You're probably thinking, well, Hope's cheap. She don't want to buy new shit. No, I don't. I don't want to buy shit. I just want to give y'all shit that I already have in my house. So, but I'm gonna send you my San Antonio Starbucks cup.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I'm gonna send you this. So I'm always with you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Don't cry, Adam. Don't cry. Don't cry, because then I'm gonna cry. See, look, I'm covering my face. Look. Oh.
Well, there's really no way that you couldn't be with us all the time because the dog collar of a bracelet and the keychain that you sent and the lanyard. The lanyard is here in the house. Madeline loves to play with it.
Hi.
But the bracelet and the keychain are on one piece hanging from the rearview mirror of my car. So
I rather send you guys something that's meaningful, and then send y'all something that I stole from Walmart or HEB, whatever. I steal things. No, I'm just kidding. But but I want to send y'all something. So if there's ever a time that you feel you need something, I'm there.
Thank you.
So
that means so much to
y'all
us.
have to send from me to y'all. So if y'all ever feel, because y'all took me out of a dark place, and y'all knew that. Am I still there? Yeah, especially with the car accident coming up. But we'll get there. I need y'all even more. But what I'm puffing on is no, I'm just kidding. I'm not puffing on the ping. I sorry, Adam. I had to do it. I'm working for that strike, bro. I'm working for that strike. I'm
Strike number 2.
That strike. Yeah, I'm down for the strike. But no, but I'm vaping on that. I'm unlike these guys. I am a huge dessert person. Everybody that knows me knows this. I'm not a fruity person. I can't get with it. I wish I could, but I can't. But I really love the juice. I'm very particular. I'm real particular. But yeah, that's what I'm vaping on. What are you vaping on, Adam?
First of all, I'd like to say, sorry, my internet somehow has just gone mental. You can still see us and you can still hear us perfectly. I am still trying to work on it. Fucking British government ruining my internet again. But I am working on it. So, what I'm vaping...
You know what I'm talking about? I do this.
Yeah, I hold it on my arm. Vaccine. Okay, I'm vaping on the OG recoil on the heavy hitter. Inside there, I am puffing on a raspberry yogurt from Drip Labs over in the UK. And I've got the Thelema with the drop 1.2, and in that is... What am I? No, that's not it. Mango Lemonade by Drip Labs as well. Pucker Company. Really happy with it.
Because all y'all are drippers and 1.5 and 2.6 thousand 5 million ohms, and then I'm all smoking tank.
Well, if it stops you smoking, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Anyone? Y'all can go ahead, Adam.
So yeah, that's all I'm puffing on. I'm drinking a black coffee, and I've got a big old cup of water. So that's about it for me.
Harry Potter water bottle.
No, it ain't fucking Harry Potter. Cheeky shit. What is it? Oh, apparently it's when I wanted to lose weight. It's a warrior one. It's meant to be for protein, but I never got that far.
I got you back. I'm gonna teach y'all a class.
As soon as I wanted to lose weight, I somehow got wider.
Product placement.
Yeah. But yeah.
I had to bust out the Harry Potter water bottle.
Oh,
this is Caitlin's mug.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's great.
Oh.
That's it. I'm gonna find a Harry Potter water bottle and send it to Sloan.
Such a cheeky shit.
Because he hates it.
He won't use it. Teal take it.
Yes.
She will use it. I think T has got a Harry Potter water bottle.
No.
Love it.
When you talk through this, what?
What?
When I edit this to put it up on SoundCloud, I'm clipping that one little bit of you saying that, and I'm sending it to Grim Green.
Yes, that's
what?
Perfect.
How did I say it differently?
It was an old joke on the Culture of Clouds podcast.
Yep.
And they would bring it up from time to time, and it's just it's absolutely hilarious to anybody here in the States. But you literally say they enunciated it.
Yes. Perfect. 10 out of 10.
Harry Potter water bottle.
You see? Do y'all hear it?
Perfect.
Bottle. That's
Cheeky
what I hear when you
shits. It's bullying in the workplace.
Is your government internet still fucking up?
Yep, I am now currently sorting it out.
Yeah.
Like Angela, I'm sorry for like Adam let out too much information about himself yesterday, and all I hear is all balls, all balls, all balls, all balls, all balls.
All balls, no penis.
And then Angela, I jump in and start doing this.
See what I have to put up with. I get out of bed to get on Instagram Live with these lot, and it just went to shit straight
It
away.
went to yesterday bad, man. It didn't even last long. What, 5
So
minutes? And he,
is it safe to say that all balls is one of your hobbies?
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah,
Because
I
we're
didn't.
not gonna be able to move past this intro because we're still running on the intro here.
It's ridiculous.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I thought it
God.
was time for some news, but you guys kind of took the news in a whole different
Sorry,
direction.
all I hear is whoa, 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 all balls.
This just in, Adam's all balls.
Oh dear.
BBC reports at midnight.
Can you tell the people your new sponsor person? Can you show everyone your new sponsor chick? Your
What?
sponsor chick. The picture of me.
Oh,
Part of your,
Oh,
yeah, they're probably not going to be able to freaking see this because my internet's decided to be an absolute bastard. But
See?
Love that. We'll drop it in Discord.
yeah, definitely, 100%.
Y'all are stupid. I hate you. Y'all getting shit now. Now y'all are getting burnt coils and shit and cheeky vape juice. Damn it. And tortillas made out of caca. How about that?
ooh,
I got
yum.
Tina.
Wow.
Just a little bit of newsy bits before we drop into the advocacy. There was an article written by Greg Connolly at the AVA. I just surmised some of it for this. Follow Greg on Twitter and head over to the AVA website if you want to read the whole article. So 400 plus vape businesses urge FedEx to change their shipping rules. Marginalized communities and the businesses that they serve will suffer without changes, the letter argues. Today, the American Vaping Association, a pro-vaping advocacy organization, sent a letter to FedEx signed by 428 small business owners urging the letter warns that the refusal of FedEx to update their policy will have inundated consequences, including perpetuating smoking-related deaths, especially in marginalized communities. There is much more to that article. I read it through and through, and it's anything coming from Greg or the AVA or anything like that is just going to be a wealth of knowledge. The information that these guys come up with is just, it's second to none. You know, all of our advocacy comes from CASA or the UK VIA and various state and local governments. So it's still important. It may not seem important to some, but
No,
to
it
at
didn't.
least the 4 people here, and I'm pretty sure the folks in chat, excuse me, it's just as important.
Most
So
most definitely. I mean, and the reason why, guys, so anybody that's in chat and is on the panel, I know some advocacy. However, I don't push it because I don't want to let out misinformation. So, but I do know some things. However, the thing that I was bothered with was, and I discussed this yesterday, was voting for disability adults with disabilities may not be able to vote in the state of Texas. That's hurtful. I wish I had more advocacy on vape stuff. This is what these guys are for, and I learn at the same time as everyone else. But that's the news I have that's affecting, as I'm known as for the autism aspect of it. That's really bothersome for Caitlin. She
That's
wants to know
bullshit.
why. She wants to know why. Why? I said, no, you're going to vote. We'll be there. What's going to happen? It's really unfortunate just to see that happen, you know. But that's my news for autism wise, the latest on that aspect. Anybody else have news?
Uh, it's not really news on my side. It's more of just updates. We got the National Institute of Health and Care Excellence draft guidance by the government to help advisories to stop health work to support health workers in getting people to transition from smoking to vaping within hospitals. So guidance have been written up. It hasn't come into effect just yet, but it has been put up. Also, the MPs which is the members of Parliament in Westminster, are calling for vaping to be separate to tobacco products,
Yay.
against what the EU and all that lot are saying. So we're currently, as we're coming out, we're having Brexit, so we're going to be out of the EU. There still is, should we say, protocols that we still have to technically abide by within the EU, like different standards and that. But we're fighting that vaping, obviously, is good
Do you
is
guys
better.
want to answer that question because she lives here, and vaping, obviously, Angela knows it's not huge. The state of Texas is not, in San Antonio was, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not like everywhere else for you guys. Angela, what's happening? Is there any news on the Texas front that
Well,
I should be aware of?
I've got some news that
Okay.
is U.S. wise, but
Okay.
Adam, please keep going, and I'll just.
No,
Sorry,
that literally was just it. That's all I've got.
Okay.
There's no other
Sorry.
news in the UK. It's all good news, but only little amount of it at the moment.
Hey, take the good news and
Any
run
good
with
news
it.
is yeah.
Tell me about it. So I'm
Because
happy at the
vaping
moment.
is good. So I read something today, you guys, that look, I'm not doom and gloom. Okay, I fully believe there's always hope. But this whole PMTA thing is not looking so good. There's a few news outlets that are reporting that companies who submitted the PMTAs, right, by the federal FDA deadline were granted to stay on the market until September 9th, right? Like, we know this, right?
Yeah, that one.
But according to KRCA, which is a news affiliate of NBC, and I've also seen it shared around other news stories are starting to pick this up. They're saying, according to acting FDA Commissioner Janet Woodcock, most of the products in the regulatory pathway, known as the PMTA, are evaluated in a random order. So this is new. Okay, using computers to line up candidates. But in this case, with so many products in the pipeline, the FDA has carved out a separate queue for those that account of the vast majority of the current market. Read between the lines, guys. What do you think that says?
Well, they've gone and fucked the current market, so there's a lot less companies available.
Well, what that means is they've taken the big tobacco owned ones and fast tracked them to the random computer queue. They're going to start looking at them first, right?
Yeah, Glass and Jewel and
yeah. So this keeps going. So this is where it gets also more interesting. An FDA spokesperson told the CNN in an email that the agency is working to review applications as quickly as possible. However, given the unprecedented number of applications, the likelihood of FDA reviewing all the applications by September 9th is low. With that being said, as with all unauthorized products, if products are not authorized by September 9th and do not come off the market at that time, they risk FDA enforcement.
Okay,
That's
so what does that?
that's
what-
complete
what-
bullshit.
It's complete
Because
bullshit. So
if they-
basically, I was just gonna say, if you're like, I love this e-liquid, you need
Mhm.
to go buy it because it may not get through at your local vape shop or your
Right.
online vape shop because this sounds like, right? Sounds like they're gonna give priority to the big market people. Well, that's not mom and pop vapors,
No, not at all. Not at all.
which completely supports why they classified this in the US as a tobacco product.
Yeah.
Think about that. This has all been pre-planned. It's all
What
been
kind of consequences are you guys talking about in reference to when if you get caught with it, right? Like, okay, this is it. What kind of consequences are people going to face? If,
So as of
like,
right now, there are
Nothing.
no consumer consequences.
okay,
It's companies, manufacturers, distros, and the like.
they're
So
allowed
what kind
to
of
remain so they're allowed
what-
to remain if they filed a PMTA, right? If they followed the rules and
Right.
submitted their PMTA by SKU, okay? That's where it's so a 0, a 3, a 6, a whatever, all the way up every single flavor, every single everything that they have
Yep.
had to have a PMTA. That was about
Right.
$150,000 a piece for each
Yeah,
SKU.
expensive,
So-
very expensive.
Yes, it was a very expensive and very daunting process for these companies.
Makes
So
no
if
sense.
they can't get an actual approval by the FDA, they're subject to, let's say, which I don't do. If I own a vape shop and I have XYZ product in here and it's not been approved by the FDA by September 9th, my shop can get audited and now I can get in trouble.
Yep.
In Texas, and I'm just speaking from the Texas aspect, Hope, that is up to losing my right to stay open, depending on how many violations I've had in the past. I could get a warning letter. I could get anything from basically a shutdown order. So it's a
Do
mess.
you guys see it going to the route of my always concern when you guys talk about this and I hear it, and again I apologize to the panel and I apologize to people. Like I said, I learn something every day when I talk to you guys, so thank you for being patient with me on that aspect of it. Do you ever see jail time for anybody, or is there just too many of us to put us in that lockdown situation? Or
I don't
the
think-
company?
I don't see jail time.
I don't see jail time. I see hefty fines. But
Okay.
the FDA itself lacks an enforcement arm.
Correct.
Whereas
That's why they
some-
have to
someone
contract
like
people out.
the USDA or the IRS or the USPS, they have an enforcement arm. The FDA
Okay.
doesn't, which is why when the PACT Act was drawn, the language was added that the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms would be utilized as the FDA's enforcement arm, so to speak. But because, my opinion, and not to bring politics into this, because that's not what this show is for. But this
I apologize.
acting commissioner Janet Woodcock. First of all, she's acting, so she's not she's in a preliminary job. She's not been appointed by the president yet. And this person serves at the will of the president.
Okay.
Biden needs to get off his ass and read this. I
That's
understand that, COVID is like COVID, and coming back from all that is top priority
Sure.
for him. I understand that, and I really do. There are some vapors that are like, fuck him. No, there are priorities lists. It's
Right.
just like a triage system.
Mhm.
If it's red, you're dead. You got other colors to go through. But if the FDA dropped the ball on this and didn't realize that they were getting hundreds of thousands of applications and they can't go through them by September 9th, that's on them, not the people
Correct.
who did their due diligence and forked over hundreds of thousands of dollars
Josh, I agree with you.
The FDA needs to take a step back, or the president needs to force them to take a step back and say, hey, you can't do this until you have reviewed every application that has come across your desk.
I agree.
You can't have a pool of candidates that you want to hire and just close your eyes and arbitrarily pick one.
Because let me like jump in and like let's expand this a little bit. Because if I owned a vape shop and all of a sudden most of my inventory is now illegally for sale, guys, think about this, okay? That's why I'm like, just think this all the way through. Now my vape shop has to close. My online retailer has to close because I'm carrying illegal products.
Yep.
So I am, if I'm renting, because as most vape shops are renting their space, I'm in a contract with this landlord. So now I'm forced to either completely change my business model from a vape store to a whatever store, right? What if my name is Angela's Vape Shop? Well, I can't start selling towels or whatever, just to be
Everyone
compliant.
needs a towel.
Everyone needs a towel, but so we're hurting our vape shops by doing this. We're also like, if I was a vaping manufacturer and if this happens, if this does like where they're like, oh, your Angela's e-liquid is now illegal, I would sue the shit out of the FDA and I would get all of my vaping manufacturers and say, we should do a class action lawsuit. Because if you think for a second, these companies, you guys, they spent thousands of dollars, like $150,000 to keep their products on the market. It's like, I'm so angry because I feel like as vapors, we continue to be punished for trying to do the right thing. And that's why I think so many people are like, gray market, fuck it. What are they going to do? You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this, Adam. Being that in England, right? You guys are able to do the things that we don't, right?
Yeah.
So why is it that you guys can? What is it that we're doing that you guys have much more freedom, right? To do things and to. Why is it that the US is
this is going to get
so?
me community strike? Is we don't make money off ill people. We lose money if people are ill.
Okay. Okay.
Simple as that's just the way I look at it. I know it's
I was
horrible
just.
to say, but
It's true.
just
No,
from an outsider, because obviously if you think about it, you guys they make money because you pay for healthcare. They made money from the MSA money through to the money from tobacco. They're losing money from tobacco. Less people are being ill. If you're looking at it as a business model, you're gonna fail. So
Yeah.
that's the way
I don't
look
understand.
at it. Sorry, it's the I don't know if I just wanted to be too blunt about it, but I just think it's
No. I totally get that because what I don't understand is when I did my first chemo treatment, my doctor, my my doctor at treatment's like, okay, I'd rather you vape than do anything else because that's the way it's going to flow. And I was
yeah.
vaping during my chemo treatments. And then again, disclaimer, chemo is not just for cancer. I don't have cancer. This is different. And I just wondered because that kept me off cigarettes. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
just don't see the benefits of what it's doing. And yet, like Angela says, we're getting punished for this. You know what I'm saying? And it just doesn't make any
My
sense. I
doctor
can't wrap.
my doctor was telling me to vape for years. And the only reason I started vaping was my mum and dad said to made me get one because I went to see my uncle in Missouri and they hate smoking. They all chew tobacco. And they hate the smell of cigarettes, so I went and bought a vape, and I've just been stuck ever since.
Right.
And I've had
You accidentally quit smoking like everyone else.
pretty much. I enjoyed it.
Awesome.
I quit on strawberry cheesecake.
That's awesome.
And
What did y'all start? What did y'all start with? What was your first flavor that got you off of smoking? Angela, what was your first flavor that got you off of smoking?
Lavender lemonade.
Really?
Yeah.
That me and Adam were like this.
I can't stand the smell of lavender.
It was a lavender lemonade.
Some lavender in your package. Josh, what was your flavor that turned you around?
Mountain Dew.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Mine
What
was
about yours?
blueberry from Glass. Blueberry cake was my favorite.
Oh wow.
I still
I only because literally I went to a vape shop because my dad was like, "I'm taking you, we're getting you one. Just do it for the 2 weeks you're out here." I was like, "Oh, fair play." So we went down to I think KC Vapes it was in Kansas City, and they had their own little lab out the back. And I was like, "That smells nice. What are you vaping?" I tried it. I was like, "Right, I'll have that. It's fine. I like that." And I ended up getting a Jabo Wismec. I think it was a Relo or something with some
Yeah.
smock tank on top.
Yep.
You know the ones
that was
with
my
the double coil heads inside.
Yep.
yeah. Yeah.
Smash for a
I
liter
noticed
of it.
Angela, in the state of Texas, Circle K. I'm sure you have those up there
Mhm.
besides buckets and our QTs and
Yep.
whatnot. I noticed the other day when my mom's nurse has been helping us a lot. Thank God, some to pay for Lyft, $20 each way. And so she helped me pick up mom one day, and we went to Circle K across the street from dialysis. And where I do my IV treatment now is a block away from mom. It's crazy how we're that close. But I noticed that the blue product, right?
Yeah,
Um, it was like $19 now. I saw it advertised on the door for $5.99 now.
Mhm.
yeah. You can buy
And
vapes everywhere over here now.
I was like, what the hell? Why is that, Angela? Why is that it went from $20 to $5.99? Because they want it. Why?
It's
That's.
like
Totally.
I would think
They're
that means
draw
that they're
they're
selling
drawing
a
people
whole
in.
lot. Yeah, they're selling a lot of them and trying to make their product more marketable.
Yep.
Gotcha.
yeah,
Absolutely.
There's a C
Gotcha.
store right at the corner
Yep.
of my street here that they constantly have signs out front for views and blue and all this other stuff.
Mhm.
Um, it's constantly like, oh, come in and buy just the starter kit, which is a pod, a battery, and a charger cable for
Mhm.
99 cents.
yeah.
Yep.
But if you want pods, it's 25 bucks.
So
So
that's where they're.
you'll get one pod, the battery, and a little cable to charge it for $1. But
Gotcha. Now that
25
makes
bucks
sense.
for a 4-pack of pods that
So
taste
they're
like
really 99-cent deal, but if you want to do your replacement pots, that's where they're making their basically their money. So yeah, okay, that makes sense to me. Thank you for answering that. 'Cause
Because
I was
every
curious.
shop you go into, even if it's not like a vape shop, tobacco, it's corner shop. Everybody sells vapes over here. Like we got a shop called B&M, which is bargain shop. It's not like brick and mortar. It's just a big bargain shop. They sell everything like £1, £2, and
bowel movement.
yeah, pretty much. And you can buy the old clearomisers
Mm.
for £1,
Okay.
and you can buy two 30 ml bottles of juice for £1. So you can
Wow.
get them everywhere. You name it, you can get it. If I run out,
Oh.
I can guarantee you I can walk and get vapes. Juice.
So
Clearomizer for the equivalent of $1.43.
Blimey.
You have any idea how much a clearomizer cost me? One clearomizer cost me when I quit smoking. It was
What was
$8.
that?
Yeah. I was gonna say
How
about
much?
$10.
$8.
Bloody hell.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it was 15 for a 10 ml bottle of liquid.
So let me ask
Yeah.
y'all this: what is it for our guys, like Eric? Of course, I would mention his name first.
Oh.
Yeah, I love him. Sit on that. For our guys, what does this mean for them? You know, besides the shops, what does it mean for them? They're
For the
if they're
manufacturers, of the ones that I usually buy from, they've submitted their PMTAs. A couple of them have decided to say fuck that, and they'll go with the flow. But
okay.
it looks like we're getting a lot of comments in chat that we're still
Yeah.
choppy and
My
frozen. And
my internet has gone to shit. I
Guess we're going to
apologise.
SoundCloud.
It's all my fault. I apologise. They meant to have fixed it. It worked for the last stream, but now it's gone to shit again. Apparently, tell you what, listening, you can hear it, you just can't see it. So we are back to a podcast,
Yay!
but on YouTube.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I apologise massively to everybody.
Nothing to do. I gotta acknowledge the shirt Angela is wearing. For those, since we're on a podcast, Angela's wearing a social distortion shirt. Now, for the females of the group, Mike Ness, I will be his baby mama. I'll be his granny. I'll do all of that and then some.
You know, it's funny.
Ness is, woo!
Hope I had this shirt back in like 1990 when the album came out. This is actually like a reissue, and I was like, need that because my old one is like in shreds, right?
Oh, you
My
always got
goodness,
those old shirts that are like your
When
favourite you can't throw away.
I'm telling you,
I'm
me and
old.
it's gonna show up. Hey Angela, let me show you all my Smiths and my stuff, my dots and all my stuff. Too, she's gonna do her shit. I'm telling you, Josh, it's like looking in the fucking mirror, but she's more foxy than I am. She's a beautiful fucking woman. For those who don't know this shit, bitch.
Thanks.
But you know what I mean? But, I don't like foxy bitches like this bitch right here. But whatever. You would be like foxy, whatever. Not dykey like me, whatever. I like being so put that out there. So I was looking at your shirt and I'm like, dope, Mike Ness, come hither, come hither. He's a handsome dude. Y'all can Google Mike Ness. He's really Caitlin's dad.
He was handsome, not so much.
Yeah, he
anymore,
was.
girl.
Shit changes.
Yeah, life changes you.
Shit changes. So what is this next topic? I'm not taking over. Welcome to Hope Show.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Hi, welcome guys to the Hope
We haven't
Show.
even gotten off of fucking advocacy yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. No, I'm just wondering what about the hobbies because
You got a hot date?
I have hobbies. You're like you
kid-friendly hobbies, though. That's the thing.
Josh, do you want to get us through our advocacy?
Yeah, we're gonna have to censor Hope's hobbies. Anyway, so this last little bit of advocacy comes out of Utah. Their Department of Health is basically proposing an amendment to prohibit the sale of a closed system products containing more than 3% or 36 milligrams of nicotine. They had a public hearing on the amendment scheduled for July 7th. And as I was putting these notes together, there wasn't anything available beyond that. But it was great that they made it a public event. It was via Zoom or phone, but they at least announced it to bring in public comments. That's pretty much it. Is a nicotine cap on closed systems. Again, CASA, they're all against these things. You have any questions about what you heard today? Write to CASA.
Yep.
We get it all from them, and they've got more information than what we're going to put out on this show.
Give them your testimony, guys. Like,
yes.
Literally, they take it and they give it to our Congress people and say, Angela Garrity, here's her story. Not a bot. This is a real person. This is a real mom, wife, vapor. Here you go. Here's how she quit her 25-year habit. Please send your testimony to CASA.
So let me ask you, Angela, with the Congress we have, I don't have faith in a lot of it. And so for me to call our particular Congress people, where do our, and I say our because again, I would have to contact our senators at the White House. How do you know where they stand with where we're at in the vape?
Well, I mean, I know like So I do know that John Cornyn, great state of Texas, was the one who drafted up the vape mail ban in this country. So again, clearly tobacco-free kids whispered in that ear, lining those pockets, right, to push their agenda through. That's the same reason San Antonio started out vape 21, then Texas went vape 21. I guess that's what, like, again, not a political show, okay?
Right.
Just because you live in a red state does not mean you are safe. Hope and I have been living this for years in our state. Years. And we were like, that'll never happen here. Yes, it did. And I guess that's kind of my takeaway. If you give these people an inch, they're going to take a mile. So don't let them like dissuade you and like cherry pick. Well, you know, I'll give up a nicotine cap if I can keep flavors, or vice versa. Because that's exactly what they want. They want to keep all of us running in circles, arguing with each other, instead of being together and saying, this is not a tobacco product.
Yeah.
Do you, and again, not a political show, but it seems like the importance, like let's say I call Ted Cruz and tell him, yo, vape stuff, blah, 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 blah. Are they going to take it serious to where, I mean, you can, voice your opinion, most definitely, whether he hears it or not, voice it and whatnot. But do you feel comfortable enough calling these guys and telling them, yo, this is what's happening. You need to help us out.
I do feel comfortable calling them, emailing them, writing them. Absolutely. The problem is I don't have 5,000 zeros in my bank account to throw at lobbyists to be like, let's give pro vaping. That's the difference. We don't have the kind of money that tobacco-free kids has, because they're funded by who, guys? Who's that? Bloomberg. That's why.
And he's not just stopping over here as well.
Yeah, that's what I say. He's not just looking to save the children in the U.S. It is a global thing that he's wanting to do. Massively. Grandmaster puppeteering, man. Mr. Moneybags.
Yep.
To push his agenda. Right.
To voice.
Yep.
People will listen to, because he's throwing money at them.
Girl, money is the root of all evil.
Gotcha. Gotcha. No, and let me ask y'all this. Each one of you guys. I called Ted Cruz on Monday. What would y'all advise that I start off with?
I would advise you pop open over to CASA and look at their scripting and read and be like, hi, my name is Hope.
Yep.
And here's where I live, and give them all your information.
He has it.
I just feel sorry for you guys having to part with this shit. It's ridiculous. It's like we've obviously fucked off the World Health Organization over here, because we basically turned around and told them they're a lying bunch of bastards. Literally, they're using science that's been, well, you can't even class it as science, that's been retracted and has been proven to be false, but you're still using it. And even so obviously we got the Royal College of Physicians, Cancer Research UK. You got a list as long as your arms of our lot. They're saying actually no, it's at least 95% safer. At least I think it's now been confirmed 97% safer. And everybody over here is backing it. Like everybody in their grand vapes over here. We've got more vapors than smokers.
Of course, most definitely. Yeah, really do.
And you hear stories coming out from America, and you still get people over here like, oh, but I read this. It's like, it's bullshit.
And that's
even Boris Johnson turned around and was like, just look at the real science. It's in front of you.
Right. And that's the big difference here, is that like you don't have these crazy bunch of Karens marching their children through Parliament saying these children need to be saved.
Yep.
But we've got the issue that we've got, and I've come across it a few times. Is I've had people at work come to me and say, I need to buy a vape and liquid for my daughter, but zero nicotine. And I was like, why do they want that? Oh, because she wants to vape, but she doesn't want the nicotine because it's safe. And you're like, no,
No.
I'm not advising you on that. She shouldn't be
No.
vaping.
No.
So we're on the other end of the scale, where
No.
everybody was like, "Oh, it's fine. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you if you want to vape, vape." And we've now got parents that are buying vapes for their kids because they want to vape candy floss flavor. They want to
No,
vape
most
this,
definitely.
but
I
zero
asked Caitlin.
nicotine.
I asked Caitlin straight out, not because Mama does it. You need your opinion. Are you interested in it? And I said, I don't want you to because you weren't smoking to begin with.
Yeah,
Not doing it for the right reasons.
I
And
guarantee
I,
if I never smoked, I wouldn't be vaping.
Right.
no,
But here, that is the issue we're having at the moment. Is parents that are like, "Oh, it's safe, so I'd rather my kid be vaping than smoking." So it's a bit of a weird one because we do have a lot of kids that are vaping because they were smoking, and the doctor was like, "You get the kid onto vaping, then wean them off the vape because it's easier than the cigarettes." So we're in a really weird situation with that over here. But
that is.
yeah, so it's like the complete opposite to you guys. It's
Right.
not like it's not like
Yep.
it's not like a pandemic where every kid is vaping.
Dude. No, like that has to do with
The vaping
disease.
epidemic.
Yeah.
That epidemics, that's disease speak. There
Yeah.
is no
Yep.
disease
Yeah.
No.
when it comes to vaping. My disease but is that I'm not giving big tobacco money anymore. They're not
Yep.
using me for MSA money or you or anybody that's, in the US, and harm reduction.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's all you're doing. Is every cigarette you're not smoking is helping you.
Yep.
I'm glad Clayton's not picking that up.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I agree with you. I really feel like millennials will be the last generation, I hope, of smokers. I really do. I hope because like my kids, one of them is a Gen Zer, no interest in vaping. She's like this. Okay, she's like my biggest advocate. She was so happy when her dad and I quit smoking. She was like, "That's awesome." She knows it's not for kids. She has no interest in it. She's like, "That helped you quit. That keeps you here." And
Yep.
my son, who's what Gen Alpha, dude, these kids, they don't care about it. They don't care about it. But I also I know that they could be curious one day about it, but I don't think mine will. I really don't.
I don't see that either with Caitlin. And as you know, Caitlin's in the CBD thing, and which again, proud of her for that because she's not on medications, just for sleeping because she doesn't take she takes clonidine to sleep. She's taken it since she was 3 years old. If she does not take it, she will stay up for days. But she's not on any anxiety medication anymore.
That's awesome.
She's not on any depression medication anymore. So it's been very helpful. But I wanted to know where she started vaping. I wanted to know. And I said, if you were smoking, it would be different. I said, but don't vape because mama does it or anybody else does it. You have to for the right reasons. Tremendously. I just wanted to know where she stood with that because she has to have a mind of her own.
Right.
I don't want her to, copy me because she does that from time to time. And Josh knows having autistic kids, they echolate big time, and they kind of pick and say and repeat.
You're your child's biggest role model, no matter what.
Yep.
I think what also happens is it's not stigmatized like smoking. I got into smoking because I thought it was cool, and you'd go sneak out of school round the corner to have a puff, and you thought it was cool. Where vaping isn't really like that. My only biggest gripe with vaping is some of the products that are getting released, like all colourful, and I was telling Josh when I used to do reviews, they sent me in a basically it was like a battery stick with a little with a pod in it, and it was covered in like cartoon graffiti. And you're like, I don't agree with that because that is like attracting to kids. Keep it more mature and more like adult.
CBD's doing that. CBD's
Yes,
doing that too. Doing that candy stuff, and they're
it's
using nerds stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
even like there's the little Lux on the other side. There's like a gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's okay, but then you look at the other ones and it's got like cartoon faces, like eating a lollipop and all these bright, beautiful colours. Just find it is a bit more. It is more not aimed at kids, but more kids are going to look at it and go, "Oh, I want that." Like when they had like the Rick and Morty pod systems and shit like that, when they stick stuff like that, I find that is wrong. I don't agree with it.
Let me ask y'all this.
Because it's an adult toy at the end of the day.
So I found a company in the UK that makes custom mods, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed that one of the guys I talked to had an Oscar the Grouch eyes on the mod. Caitlin saw it, of course. Way different. Caitlin is, innocent as they come by. She saw it as Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And that to me is like, I told her I don't think I would buy one because of that reason. I didn't feel good about that because it's Sesame Street. And I'm like,
it's like they done one. The mod was on a Pokemon ball.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what adult likes Pokemon, you ain't gonna walk around with a Pokemon ball.
Oh, I like Pokemon. Like,
yeah, but you wouldn't walk around with a mod in the shape of a Pokeball, would you? No.
No, I would not because, and I'm just speaking like for my own corner of the world. Get your own IP. If you have to lift somebody else's IP and be like, "Hey, this is the greatest thing ever," or it looks like somebody else's IP, you need a new marketing person.
Yeah.
Because, get your own IP.
No, you're right. Because I noticed that a lot of the community in our community pick up what, let's say, if I post this, they're posting it, and they don't come out with their own agenda. They start copying everyone else's because they say, "Oh, we're friends with so and so. So if I do it like her, then I will be part of that equation."
I mean, there's a reason, like, and I'll just use my T-shirt for example. The company that made this paid for the licensing from Social Distortion.
Okay.
To buy it. If not, then it's basically like buying a knockoff XYZ. A company is not making money.
Right.
You're not supporting your favorite brand by buying whatever.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can also go down the old clone world, which is a whole rabbit hole on its own, isn't it?
Yep, that's a rabbit hole in itself.
Yeah.
Did you see Homegirl on the back? She's like this.
Yeah, the old peeper.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into the whole clone debate.
No. But I think this is a good segue into hobbies.
The main topic.
Main topic. 1 hour and 8 minutes of frozen screen. And if you're still here,
yay!
You deserve 2 or 3 extra pints.
Oh my gosh.
I will say again, before we get into it, I do apologise. It's never been like this before. And I think the world hates me at the moment. Or should I say, British Telecom.
Adam,
if you're listening, fucking sort it out.
Adam, make it work, dude. Make it work.
Well, just put the laptop on my shoulder. Might work. But main topic time. So, main topic is hobbies. Oh shit, that's a big dog.
It's a great day. It's a great day. Like you didn't see him come over and nudge, and he's like, "Hey, you're gonna pet me right now." What's up, bro?
Oh.
I saw his face, and he was like, "Oh, so and so."
I had a basset hound, so it's like the complete opposite. Mine was the lowest thing to the ground possible.
Remember, I'm sitting down.
Bloody
oh, he just burped. Did you guys just hear him belch? Oh my god. It's It's what they do.
There's nothing worse than a dog fart. I will say that
Oh
now.
my god.
Oh,
my
shit,
God.
no. Seriously.
Socks used to fart and it used to make me gag, and then she used to fuck off out of the room and look at me like it was my fault. So I had done nothing, mate. It's your ass.
Oh my god.
Oh, what's your fault, bro? Admit it. Admit it.
You watch, she's gonna drop his guts in a minute.
He
Oh,
is.
look, Ern's in chat. So he's hanging in there. That's awesome.
Mate, thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Ern.
much.
Yeah. He's riding our storm out, man.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. He's probably doing something else and just listening to us now, because that's literally what
He's
we've
like, "What
become
the
into
shit? I
for
know
this
what they
episode.
I know these assholes
I am
Fucking, I
really
know
sorry though, guys, about all this. It's. I don't think there's been a dangle clack like this in the whole of YouTube.
Oh, this is worse than the last episode. At least
Right.
I was able to unfuck the last episode and actually find a way to record it.
Yeah. The stream that I did last week after we got it fixed, it was perfect, no issues. This one,
Yeah,
at least we got
fuck off.
sound. At least there's a silver lining in this. I could have just sat here in my pants, no one would have known. But yeah, main topic. Let's get in this, so it'll end up being like a 3-hour stream otherwise. So this is.
Well, that's
about
fine for the three of us, but you're the one that's in the future right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So should we start with current hobbies? So Angela goes first. We'll stick with that. What are your
Yeah.
Oh man.
current hobbies?
Let the queen
Okay.
start.
Man, you guys,
We
nerdy.
shouldn't have told Adam about Angela goes first.
No, you guys, I'm like super nerdy. I love reading. I mean, I've got like this stack of Ravenclaw edition Harry Potter books, right next to me. And Adam, I know your butt is parkering hard right now when I said that, because I know how much you hate Harry Potter, and that's okay. More for me to love, right?
Yeah.
And like, I'm a Twin Peaks David Lynch freak. If there's David Lynch TV show, David Lynch movie, I'm watching it. Like, I follow his weather reports on YouTube from California, and I live in Texas. And I think my other thing that I'm pretty into, like hardcore, like I love this. I mean, I've got all kinds of nerdy things like the Dark Crystal, like all these like things from my childhood, roller skating. Like, I love these things. Is my He-Man and Motu collection. Like, yeah.
Motu.
Yeah, Masters of the Universe. So
Oh.
like He-Man and She-Ra, like I have all of them. It's ridiculous. Sorry, my dog is
That's
causing
all
a
right.
ruckus.
So,
So,
is that
Oh.
your current hobbies?
well, and one more that
Go
I
on.
love a lot. Okay, super nerd time. You guys ready?
I'm ready for it. Hold on. Let me brace myself. Hold on.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Girl, shut your mouth.
Girl,
Shut
right
your-
here, see this? This table is a polyhedral die shaped table that we sit at and throw some dice.
Okay, I'm going to do the nerd thing. Nerd.
That's okay. Look, it's okay to be nerdy. It's fun
No,
here.
no.
Fun
It's okay to
here.
be different. It's okay to be different, man.
Never
Every
played
day.
it. I only seen it on Stranger Things, and I used to
Oh
watch
my
the cartoon
gosh.
when I was a kid, but I didn't know it was
Oh.
like a.
I
board game
have the
itself.
cartoon. I have the cartoon. I'm
Fucking
like,
hell.
I am into the lore. Like, yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
So do you regularly play Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes.
How regularly is regularly?
So we were playing literally every Saturday night until COVID hit. And then we kind of like disbanded because everything just stopped. So
So
basically, until my son can get vaccinated, because he's too young to get vaccinated, we can't play as a collective group at our table. So
okay. So is it a family thing, or do you have like
it's
mates?
a family thing right
See,
now.
that's nice though that you get together and play as a
Yeah.
family.
Yeah. Nick is always the DM. He's always a storyteller.
So do you?
Definitely. I love
So
I
do
can
Calling.
see
you
him
have-
being a really good storyteller.
Oh man, he's crazy. He's great with the
Yes,
DM
I loved
stories.
it. I enjoyed it. I loved talking to you that day, but talking to him was just, I could have talked to him so much longer. I wanted to talk, like you were my original, but we
Yeah,
got to know each other
definitely.
that little more that day. So thank you. I know he's got a lot more to tell me. from this
Oh,
point
yeah.
on. It's you. So, no, I agree with you on that level, definitely.
So do you keep the same characters the whole way through, or do you create new ones every time?
So you can. Okay, so some DMs power trip and get off on like total party kills, so they kill all of you. Like they love that. I'm not into that. I don't like DMs that do that. That their goal is to destroy your character. Come on, man. It's a character. Like you don't want to kill off your party. So Nick is like, you can keep your character if you're playing this story, this campaign, but he'll let you like create a new character. I mean, like one of like our bard has a wife, so he's playing two characters.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, it's
So-
good that it's something that you're massively into, and the family are as well.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
So
Just, use your imagination. Like, it's great.
one second. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, have you got any old hobbies that you stopped doing that you loved when you was younger?
I used to like Barbie a lot, but not in the way that I think most little girls did.
Okay.
That sounded really weird. Okay,
Yeah.
so my Barbies always got like recycled into someone else. So, for example, I would take my Barbie and cut her hair really, really short and get my red marker and color it and put on Ken's suit, and she was Annie Lennox from the Eurythmics.
Would you like to?
I couldn't be like, like let's get like not like typical little girl things.
Yeah.
I wanted like Joan Jett Barbie, Annie Lennox Barbie. Like I wanted cool fucking Barbie.
That's pretty cool though. I've got to be honest. I wasn't expecting that.
See, that's why I was like, if Barbie would release a line of these dolls, 44-year-old Angela would probably buy them.
I think you got a market there. You could sort of.
Dude,
I don't know who fucking owns Barbie.
Hey Mattel, I'm talking to you.
If you're listening, not watching.
I'd buy that. I'll definitely buy that.
I also love old cars, particularly Volkswagens. I can't get behind the new ones. I just don't like them at all. Like, I mean,
But the old camper vans with the split windows.
I'm not crazy about the combis, but like, I love a thing. I love a cabriolet, like Mark 1, Mark 2, like old,
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. But I can't get behind the new ones because they don't look like Volkswagens to me anymore.
No new cars look
just
like
because you have a badging, I'm like, meh.
Everything's plastic nowadays, and it don't look anything like it used to. It's like even look at the Mustangs now and stuff.
Right. Oh no, they look awful.
No, it's like the Jags. I own two old Jags, like XJ.
Awesome.
I had an XJ8 Sovereign and the X Type. And you look at any of the new ones; they're all plastic. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference between them and a Vauxhall.
Once they were bought by Ford, they went to shit.
Yeah,
I know, and I want an F Type so bad, and Nick's like, "Why the fuck do you want that? You're not driving right now anyway." I'm like, "True that." And he's like, "I wouldn't fit in this thing anyway." I'm like, "Doubly true that."
Well, my XJ8 was Jag Green with cream interior and the old walnut inside. Proper granddad car. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I love that car so much.
I love cars.
Yeah, I just bought my first family car, and it was the first time ever I went and bought a car, and the first thing I looked at was boot size and if I can get a car seat in it.
Yep.
The mate at work went to me, "What colour was it?" I was like, I don't think I even looked at the colour. It was all about the interior, all about if I could get shit inside. Where before it was always like engine size, how fast does it go?
Yep.
What it looked
How
like.
much torque does this thing have?
Yeah, you don't get none of that no more. It was just really weird. So I did.
So here's one for you, Angela. You like
Gosh.
cars,
I do love cars.
and since Adam brought up Jag, have you noticed, or did you notice, that the interior of a Jaguar smells different than the interior of a light vehicle made in the United States? I'm talking about the leather upholstery.
I don't think I've ever smelled the inside of a Jag. Like
No,
no, I'm not rich, Josh.
there is something about this, specifically the XJs. There is something about the leather that they used, or whether it was sheepskin versus lambskin or whatever it was, that if you sat in an American luxury vehicle, the leather has a different feel and different smell to it.
I know like older Volkswagens, like Mark IIIs, they smell like crayons, and it's amazing. You're like, give me that cheddar, give me that fume inside. It smells like crayons on a hot summer day. Is it like that? But
no, it's like a sweet, almost oaky smell.
oh wow, that would be really nice. I would like that. I guess now I need to go find what an XJ and go sniff it.
Just look
'Cause
at
I
one up on
totally
like
will do that.
a used car shop, and then just go and say you want to have a look at it, and just stick your nose inside. You kind of, I don't want it. Cheers. Well, I found out about Rolls Royce. They use bull skin, so like male cows, because it doesn't stretch as much as heifers, so
That
you
makes
don't
sense.
get the sag in the leather seats. I thought it was really interesting. I didn't know
That
there
is
would be
very
too much of a
interesting.
difference, but that's why their seats cost a lot more, the upholstery, because it's hard to get hold of male cow skin apparently, because it's mainly turned into something else. Well, there you go, a bit of shit knowledge for you.
I love it.
So, I think we're on to Hope. What are your hobbies?
Don't think that I'm all about nasty and F this and F your mama and F your sister and all that. But it's who I am, bro. A lot of people don't know I actually play the violin.
Really?
Um,
Really?
since I was 5 years old.
Wow.
I did not know that.
It's a little harder now, but I play the violin. But my hobby now, and I went to go get it. So I apologize. Keep getting up. It's hard for me to get up with my lupus and stuff. But this isn't a hobby. But I did find the letter I wrote to Caitlin 20 years ago.
Oh wow.
I found the letter I wrote to her 20 years ago when I first had her. But my thing is coloring. As y'all can tell, I posted a picture.
Yep.
But I got some good ones. But first, coffee, right?
Yeah.
And mine, this one says, I don't have a problem with caffeine. I have a problem without caffeine. That one.
True facts.
Definitely for decaf. I have to color this one. No fucks given. I like the coloring that has cuss words, obviously. Um,
Coloring.
this
with
one
cuss
I'm
words.
coloring now. I'm currently experiencing life at the speed of 15 what the fucks per hour. So when I finish that one, I'll post it for you
Where
guys.
did you get this
And-
lovely coloring book?
Well, M&D Vapors, Emily, I'm Sally. When I was going, I was, yeah, so sick. I got worse now. But when COVID really hit, they were helping me try to deal with things. And then being sick on top of that, and then losing my sister-in-law and all that, they wanted to find something positive. And you know, I'm a cusser, so we found these colorful things on Amazon.
Those are beautiful.
And so the one that will be coming out is my favorite word in Spanish, pendejo. I'll be coloring this one.
I love it.
Yeah. And then this one is gonna also be I'm so sorry I'm fresh out of fucks to give today. So this one will also be coming out. I think of and trust me guys, when I post, I think of you guys. And I try to make y'all smile and laugh
Love
and
it.
stuff like that. So I find stuff that'll make you guys happy on top of myself. So I'm thinking of you guys. But the I like the dirty, nasty ass words that fits me well. But to be quite honest, and I don't want y'all to be, oh, my hobby is my family. Taking care of my mom,
Yeah.
taking care of Caitlin, getting Caitlin more educated. Proud of her that she's cooking that stove now, cutting with a knife now. That's my main hobby now. That's what I do, and that's something that I don't think I would change for the world.
Right.
You know, my mom, I cried with my mom yesterday. I said, I wonder who watches out for me because I'm always watching for everyone else. But I told her, I said, you guys watch out for me. I got
Yeah.
you guys to watch out for me. But the hobbies I have is teaching. I miss teaching more than anything in the world. Being a fitness instructor, I miss doing that more than anything in the world. I loved it, but to be honest, it's my family. It's my family. It's Caitlin.
That's awesome.
It's all about her because, like I wrote to her that day on Facebook, on Instagram, y'all read that I thanked her.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So, if that's honestly my thing. The violin came into play when I was younger, and I got to play with Campanas de America, a mariachi band that's well known in Texas. I got to play with them, the violin, and
That's
I
awesome.
have two violins, and hopefully one day when my hands are better, I can play for y'all live on Instagram. I would love. That's been one of
That
my
would
wishes
be
for you guys.
awesome.
I would be there.
I've been wanting. I've been wanting to do that for you guys. Go live and play the violin. I have a song in particular for you guys. Um, and I want to do that for you guys. But and also making tortillas is also my hobby, obviously.
Yeah.
So remember, we're gonna do a GoFundMe to buy me the tortilla blanket on Amazon
Yeah,
because I
we've
want to
had
be a
Duchess look
burrito.
into that as well. I know he's in chat.
It was funny because they had a tortilla blanket. I was like, dude, I need that shit in my life. I need a tortilla blanket, mama's torts, you know what I mean? And that's how I want to roll. But honestly, it's my family. It's all Caitlin, all
That's
day,
awesome.
every day. I gotta make sure she's taken care of in case I'm not here.
Right.
I wish I had something like you guys, like back in the day, it was listening to the Smiths and learning to play the Smiths on the violin. I know how to play a lot of Smith songs on the violin.
That's awesome.
Especially House It Is Now, which Angela learned. I lost my virginity to House It Is Now by the Smiths. Um, um, but I wish I had something more like you guys. But honestly, it's my cat, number one,
That's the best
and you
hobby,
guys.
though. At the end of
Yeah,
the day, that is
you
it.
guys, my family, you guys. I would not be here where I'm at without you guys either. So thank y'all. But I'll make sure to color that pendejo one for you guys, and we'll let that shit out, bro. Most definitely. I like custom coloring books. They sell them on Amazon. Yep.
I'll have to
So
look into that.
that's it for me.
Go on,
Yeah, like
Josh.
fucking hope the emotional bitch. Yeah, I know.
Hobbies outside of vaping. So I'm gonna continue on with a little bit of the nerdy stuff.
Yeah.
Um, Still to this day, and when I was a kid, um, obviously a huge Star Wars fan, but even more than that, when I was younger, it was Transformers. I mean,
Yeah.
what's better than a car that turns into a fucking robot? I mean, come on. And
Now
Or
with
a
I
those
was
cassette
things,
tape.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
so excited. Like I was literally like a kid in a candy store when they announced the first live action film. And
Oh,
to have Peter Cullen return as Optimus Prime,
yeah.
you can't have Optimus Prime without Peter Cullen. You can't. So
Yeah.
that was, I mean, begging the shit out of my parents to buy me these things for Christmas and birthdays and whatever else, and going to the toy store. Well, going down the toy aisle of a Walmart or something with your grandparents. Hey, buy me that.
Yeah.
You come home and your parents would be like, "Oh God, another goddamn toy."
Dude, we were action figure kids. Like that's just
Power Rangers.
what happened.
Fuck me, the Power Rangers. I still to this day, if I'm bored, I will throw on an episode from the original series of the Power Rangers.
Man. I watch Voltron. I'm like scanning, looking for Star Blazers. Okay, like I'm talking '79 cartoon.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that because it's really hard because like my son really wants to play with my He-Man figures, and I'm like, dude, you can't because they're like 40 years old now. I'm like,
and anybody breathes on them wrong, they'll fall apart.
They will. Like they're like the rubber that's inside the rubber band will just snap. But
because I mean, even now, I still have up in my parents' attic, still have all of those action figures and stuff.
That's awesome.
I went and rebought the Autobots when they released the toys for the new movie. And I've got those here. I would love to put them up and display them, but the oldest would get a kick out of them because she absolutely loved the Bumblebee movie. The little one would tear the ass out of them. So they're going to stay away for another...
Yeah, I was about to ask you, having girls, how do you have it, what you like, how did you work that in? Do they like what you like Caitlin loves the Smiths and all the stuff that I kind of liked back in the day. Do the girls like any of those things besides tearing asses out and total destroy?
To me, there is no such thing as a girl's toy or a boy's toy. If you find an interest in it, play with it. There's no toy manufacturers move away from that shit and keep going with just toys in general. Mackenzie has a couple of old, well, not older, but cheap knockoff Transformers toys. She's got she plays Minecraft, but she's also got collectible Barbie dolls and My Little Pony stuff.
Yeah, dude.
We really tried to stick with the older stuff with her because the newer cartoons, they're just some of them are funny, some of them are cute, but there's nothing like the stuff that we grew up on, the old school Disney movies, and and it's just a different time.
It really, and Josh, like I totally understand what you're saying. So because toys were very gender segregated.
Yeah.
When I was a kid. And I always very much wanted to play with He-Man. And it was like, you're a girl, you can't play with Stinkor. And I'm like, why? Well, here, play with She-Ra. That you stay in your lane. So
that's the way they had us back then.
Now that I'm 40 plus, I bought myself He-Man because I can. Because
back to Power Rangers. Growing up, none of the kids I knew had the pink or yellow Ranger. I did.
I was too old for Power Rangers.
I did because I wanted them all.
Yeah.
I didn't care what color or what gender.
Just like you had Leia in your collection, right? Of your Star Wars figures. You couldn't not have a Princess Leia. Right.
Well, Leia would have been here today, but really? she's a little delayed. She's out in the western part of the state right now, so she'll be here probably Monday. I am very excited to share Leia with you guys.
Did you get a dog or something?
Pretty amazing.
Huh?
Did you get a dog? Is this Leia?
Leia is Leia. We'll leave it at that for right now.
Oh, okay. Keep us in
Secret.
suspense.
Have to
I
wait
mean,
and
'cause
see
what-
for that.
Dun, dun, dun.
What is Leia?
Oh, guys, I was shut up. I'm sorry.
Too many euphemisms, Hope.
I was waiting for someone to start laughing.
I
No, but I was gonna tell you guys.
you guys know my my employment past. I grew up around firearms. It was a thing. I was taught from a very early age that they are a dangerous weapon if misused. In the proper hands, you can have a lot of fun with them. But you have to understand that they are just simple machines that do and have one purpose: to fire that projectile. With the safety in mind, I love target shooting. I love sporting clays. So it's basically a machine that hurls a clay target into the air, and you try and follow it and shoot it with a shotgun. All done on a closed course, of course, but it's fun, and it's like a stress relief.
Yeah.
Just like sitting down for you building coils. It may be a ball ache at times, but it's giving you something to do.
Yeah.
The end of the day, I like coming home and breaking down my pistol and cleaning it, putting it all back together, and putting it back in the safe.
Yeah.
That's part of that hobby, is the rituals, the cleaning and everything else.
I have my dad's Rita Beretta. He passed away 11 years ago, and I still
you have a
his
what?
9mm Beretta.
An army issue Beretta?
My dad has it, and I have it on my mom's closet.
So you might be getting a sale there.
Those
Who
are
knows, gosh? Maybe
very
someday.
highly sought after in the collectors. Those and the Navy issue 1911s. Because they're Beretta, and they're still around, but they're not manufactured in the same way that they were when they were issued then.
No.
The raw materials aren't available. The design is similar, but you're gonna find, if you have the eye, you're gonna find differences, and even the way it fires. It's love older firearms. I love old
Maybe
cars.
if we see each other, I'll show it to you, because it's again. I have two nephews. You would think I would pass it on to them. No. Did I say no? Obviously, Caitlin, I wouldn't do that. But he got rid of his 357 Magnum. When he died, we got rid of a lot of the stuff, but the 9mm, he made sure that I kept that. And I have his Callaway golf clubs still, his big Bertha clubs, stuff like that. But the gun, I find that interesting, that you mentioned that, because I have it in my mom's closet. It's very safe and put away in a safe situation. That's interesting.
Also into cars. My absolute dream car is a 1969 Pontiac GTO Judge in Hugger Orange. Look that up if you don't know what it looks like, Adam.
Yeah, I just did. Oh, it's lovely.
That is a very rare car to find with matching numbers.
Yeah.
So Adam, what's yours? What do you do that I'm curious to, what a hobby that we don't know that you do.
Well, I've actually got a secret hobby that I do not do anymore. I haven't done it for donkey's years. But I was a ballroom dancer.
What?
Kent champion, which is like the county, British champion, and world champion.
Dude, that's so
Yeah, I
dope.
stopped.
That's awesome.
I stopped when I was 17. I started when I was 3.
So we're gonna give dancing lessons on the show and
Fuck
podcast?
no, I've got 2 left feet and a big beer gut now. Well, it's now food gut, but it started as a beer gut. Yeah, no, there's videos and everything. So yeah, my mum's got a loft full of medals and shit. So yeah, danced for the
Wow.
country, met her loads of times. So I think I won British 7 or 8 times, and I won world twice.
Oh my gosh.
I was.
See, this
That's
is
amazing.
I
this
got
right here.
paid. I was part of an agency that they used to employ me to dance at things. So I danced at a party for celebrities, and they paid me quite a bit. It was like an old manor house, so we had to dress up as old army guys, dance around in a circle. That's where I met Orlando Bloom. He was lovely. Quincy Jones was there. There was loads of famous people. Yeah, the Royal Academy of Arts, they done a big thing, and then I danced there for them. So they used to call me, and me and my partner would go down the dance. I had a woman ship her daughter from South Africa to come dance with me.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I've done it for donkey's years. So I stopped when I was 17. I will make a promise